His name is Larry Sutton, and R&R is his brainchild. If you are already in the rent-to-own industry, you may recognize him as the Reverend of RTO, and his name needs no introduction. Starting in rent-to-own in 1974, he fell in love with the industry and making customers happy. He eventually started his own business called Champion Rent-to-Own, which grew to a successful 30-store company. He sold it in 1997, thinking he would retire early and live his dream of playing full-time golf. Happy in theory, but bored in reality, he realized the drive to be an entrepreneur lived on and had an idea. An idea that would not only change the rent-to-own industry, but the wheel and tire industry alike. So Larry, tell us about the first 10 years of R&R.
Derek, it's been a fun, challenging, but mostly exciting ride for us. We started 10 years ago right here on this street, down the road in a small gas station. The first thing we had to do was learn the wheel and tire industry. It was a whole new thing for us, bolt patterns and tire sizes and sizing and offsets and all the things that go along with it. Then we had to take the uniqueness of the rent-to-own transaction and apply that to a completely different product. So it took a while to go and figure out all of the forms and all of the things that were necessary to make those two businesses mesh. But we had to catch on pretty quick because the minute we opened up, there were people beating down the door to get in. So we spent every day working through the kinks, and after the first 6 months, got a little bit more comfortable, and as our business grew, we learned more a lot about how to put those two together. We opened our second store 6 months after the first. That one took off really well. We knew a little bit more by then, knew a lot more about what we were doing, and we just kept learning. So then we opened our third store down in Bradenton, and that was well too. And in 2003, we had so many requests for people that wanted to do something similar to what we were doing, we decided to become a franchisor. Wheel that forward to today. The industry's gone from less than $1 billion in aftermarket wheel sales to over $4 billion in aftermarket wheel sales. Wow. And during that time, we have grown to 9 company-owned stores that we're operating in the state of Florida. And we also have 58 franchisees located in 22 different states. And it's just been a real neat, fun experience. We believe the next 10 years are going to be even more exciting than the last 10. The demographics of the wheel industry are exploding. More and more people are getting involved in the industry. And we have so many ways that they can participate in the industry that we think we're going to be the force in the next 10 years of net growth.
So what makes R&R unique? Different from everyone else?
It's a good question. When we looked at the industry, we saw most of the industry was done by mom and pop shops, and most of those were kind of dirty little places to shop. So one of the first things we decided was that it needed a cleaner image. It needed a bigger, more professional looking atmosphere. So we designed bigger stores and bigger selection. And in order to get bigger selections, we had to forge relationships with some of the largest suppliers in the industry, which we quickly did. And then we had to grow and create buying power, which we've done. But what makes us really unique in the industry, all of those things are important. What makes us really unique in the industry is the purchasing options that are available that we have for everyone. We have traditional financing if people like that. We have the lowest cash prices in the industry if you still want to pay cash. We have 120 days, same as cash. And our most popular program is our rent-to-own program. The rent-to-own program is no obligations, no down payment. You can pay as you go. There's no obligation to keep it, so you can turn it back anytime you want. And if you want to own it, you can get a 50% discount for paying it off early. We believe in forging advocates for ourselves and lifetime customers. We don't want to sell you a set of wheels and never see you again. We don't sell you a set of tires and never see you again. We want to be the company that you can depend on for all of your needs in the future, and we want to be a company that you can tell your friends about. We want you to be an advocate for us, and we're really serious about our customer service. It's the best in the industry, hands down. We didn't really reinvent the wheel, just the wheel business.
What's the difference between the traditional rent-to-own business and the wheel and tire business?
Well, I tell you, there's quite a few differences actually, but some of the main differences and things we point out to is in this business, there's a lot better opportunity for additional cash flow because in our business, about 30% of our revenue is generated by cash sales. In traditional rent-to-own, they seldom ever sell anything for cash. So it improves the cash flow. You have a lot more a lot broader demographic doing business with us because of the amount of people that come see us for cash deals. The product is quite unique in the fact that there's bolt patterns and offsets and fitment issues that you have in the wheel and tire industry, which we've been able to solve over the years and bring that up to make that a lot easier. In a traditional rent-to-own store, I mean, a television fits in a home no matter what. So the other thing is the choices, the selection. I mean, for a single car, we might have up to 200 or 300 different wheels that'll fit that car. So you have a much broader selection to personalize your vehicle. We're in a traditional rent-to-own environment. I mean, a washing machine is basically a washing machine. It may be a different brand, but so it's a lot more exciting. The main difference for me is in the traditional rent-to-own business, which I spent 30 years in. No one really got to see the satisfaction on the customer's face except for the delivery guy that took it out to the house and set it off. Where in this business, it's so exciting when someone gets new wheels and personalize their vehicle, and it's so exciting that everybody in the store gets to participate in that excitement. They get to see the transformation that takes place. So it's a lot like people waiting in their waiting room when they're having a baby, and then the baby comes, everybody wants to see the baby. This is similar to that in the excitement level. So that's the biggest difference for me.
So tell us, why did you get into franchising?
Well, to be honest, we didn't have a choice. The business was working so well, the word got out, and I had so many phone calls from different people wanting to find out, how do I get in this business? How do I get in this business? I hadn't even thought about franchising until popular request made me think about it. So I looked into franchising, and I looked at the opportunity, and that became an exciting dream for me as well. I thought, well, gee whiz, if this thing is this much fun, and we can grow that much faster if we have people in their own territory running their own business, and they get excited about it, then we can make this thing happen a lot quicker across the United States. That's basically why we did it.
So what do you see in store for the next 10 years?
Oh man, I tell you what, it's exciting when I look at the next 10 years. One of the things that's happened is the demographic explosion of everybody customizing their car with wheels, not to mention the tires that are replaced every year on everybody's car. I mean, tires are something everybody has to have. And we've really focused more lately on passenger tires and supplying people with passenger tires, and that industry is even larger than the wheel and tire industry. But what I really like about the wheel industry is that if you asked a 15-year-old today if he's excited about getting his car or her car, the answer you get more often than not is, yeah, because I can't wait to get wheels. So we're growing a whole new group of people that are going to enter into driving over the next 10 years. That is just amazing. So the opportunity for custom wheels alone is huge. And we've got so many great territories available that the opportunity to open more franchisees is better than it's ever been. The economy is going to be healing over these next few years, and it's an exciting time to get in the business.
So Larry, if you could talk directly to a potential franchisee, what would you say?
You know, I would say if you want to start a new, fun, and exciting business that's just a ton of fun, if you want to start a business that's got the potential to be extremely profitable, if you want to start a business where you can grow and watch people grow under your leadership, and you like to create a company of advocates that are going to believe in what you do, this is a satisfying business. It's satisfying because we're able to put tires, brand new tires on folks' cars that have no other means of getting them. We're able to improve the value of every car we touch. We're able to take a car that you may not be in love with anymore and make you fall in love with it all over again. This business is exciting, it's fun, and it can be extremely profitable when you work hard and you follow the program.
If you would like to join a motivated group with exciting and growing business opportunities, then call us today at 1-877-736-8676 and get on the highway towards franchise success.